Hello, in this video I'm going to explain to you how you might make some flashcards and how you might use them for some self-quizzing if you are at home in isolation or if you are wanting just to use flashcards to revise. So I'm going to start with a knowledge organiser. I've got a knowledge organiser here in front of me, printed out. You also might want to use a knowledge organiser on your phone. So I've got my knowledge organiser there, which is telling me my printer is offline on my phone. So I'm going to use this printout of a knowledge organiser and I'm going to identify one section of the knowledge organiser that I want to work on. So we are going to look today at these past tense verbs up there. So the first thing I need to do is to make some flashcards. So I've found a piece of card. Mine's a bit of scrap card, just to demonstrate the folding technique. So so you'll see this printing on the back, but I'd used a plain card to make my flashcards. So I've got a piece of card. I'm going to fold it lengthways. I'm going to fold it again the opposite way, so widthways. You can see the back's the side with the printing on. I'm going to unfold it, and then I'm going to fold each end into the middle. And then I've cut out a plain piece of card, and I've ended up with flashcards about that size. So I've started this already. On my flashcards, I am going to write down on one side the English and on the other side the Spanish. So I've made 3 already. I'm just going to show you a couple more, still using the vocabulary on my knowledge organiser. So we've done the top 3 up here already. Just going to do 2 more. So I'm going to do Hithe Gimnasia and Hithe Karate. So let's write those on. Hithe Gimnasia and Hithe Karate. And then on the other side, I'm going to write the English. So I did karate and I did gymnastics. Now you would probably make a full set of 8, 9, 10 flashcards, but I'm going to save these pieces of card here for something else at the end. So on my flashcards, I might want to highlight them so that they are orange on the English side and purple on the Spanish side. That might help me to remember a little bit, but they don't have to be particularly pretty. If you are artistic, you might want to illustrate them, but you don't have to. They're dead quick and easy to make. You don't need any fancy card. You can buy ready cut flashcards in shops like Wilko's and the supermarkets, B&M Bargains, those kind of places if you want to, but they're dead easy to make if you've just got some plain paper or plain card at home. So what am I going to do with these flashcards? I'm going to do some self-quizzing. So today I'm going to practice all of my flashcards. Tomorrow, I am only going to practice the cards that I don't do well on today. The day after tomorrow, I'm going to practice all of them again. Okay, so you might want to set up some envelopes with the days of the week labelled. I'm just going to put them in piles. So if I get it right, it's going to end on the day after tomorrow pile. If I get it wrong, it's going to go on the tomorrow pile. So I'm going to start with the Spanish side and I'm just going to test myself. So I've got Hice Gimnasia. I think that's I do gymnastics. I'm going to check myself. It's not, it's I did gymnastics. So I got that wrong. So that needs to go on the tomorrow pile. So I'm going to put it on the tomorrow pile like that. Ite karate, well I know ite gimnasia was I did gymnastics, so ite karate must be I did karate. Just going to check it. It's going to go on the pile for the day after tomorrow. Hablé por Skype, I spoke on Skype. So I got that one right. So it's going on the day after tomorrow is the right. The ones that I want to check later, and the ones I got wrong need to be tested tomorrow. Fui al cine is I went to the cinema, got that right, so that can go on the day after tomorrow pile. I don't need to test that tomorrow. And baile en mi cuarto, I think means I danced at the disco. Got that wrong, so I need to test that tomorrow. So these here can go in an envelope or a box, or I can just tie them together with that label. I'm going to leave them for 48 hours and I'm going to come back to them. And these here, the ones that I wasn't so sure of, I need to test myself again more recently. So those are going to go in the pile for me to learn tomorrow. And tomorrow comes. And this time, last time I checked the Spanish and so if I tested whether I knew the Spanish. This time I'm going to try it the other way. So I danced in my room. I've used my knowledge organiser to revise this a little bit. So it's baile en mi cuarto. I'm right. So again, that can now go in the pile for the day after tomorrow. I did karate. Hice karate. Again, I got that right. So that can go for the day after tomorrow. The next day, I want to test myself on all of them again. I'm going to get all of them out. I might mix it up this time, so I might do some in Spanish, some in English. So let's put these top ones into the English and see if I know them. I did gymnastics, hice gimnasia, that's the right pile. I went to the cinema, fui al cine, got that right too. Hablé por Skype, is it I messaged on Skype? Nope, it's I spoke, so I'm going to put another pile for the ones I got wrong. Hice karate, no, this one definitely I did karate. And baile en mi cuarto is definitely I danced in my room. So these I can put away. These can be tested in a couple of days' time. This one I need to test myself the next day. So that's an example of something called the Leitner Box method. So the idea is you move your cards backwards in the box until you can leave longer and longer space between testing yourself. You can leave it, instead of testing yourself the day after tomorrow, you can test yourself at the end of the week on the ones you're getting right, then the following week, then maybe the following month. So you're gradually spacing out your learning in spaced repetition. Something else though that we can do with these flashcards, if we've got a willing assistant, a parent, a brother or sister, a friend, a very well trained animal might help us, is I'm going to put all my cards on the table, and you'd have more than me, all my cards on the table in face up in Spanish, and I am going to ask my wonderful assistant, could ask my rabbit but he's not playing ball at the moment, to take one away. So I'm just going to close my eyes and take this one away. I'm going to see if I can remember them. So I've got hablé por Skype, hice gimnasia, hice karate, fui al cine. The one that's missing I think was baile en mi cuarto. My willing assistant can bring that back and I can see that I'm right. I can do it the other way as well. So I can have them face up in Spanish, in English rather. Take one away. And I'm going to see which one I've got. So I've got I spoke on Skype, that's hablé por Skype. I've got I did gymnastics, hice gimnasia. I've got I did karate, hice karate. And I've got I danced in my room, baile en mi cuarto. So the one that's missing must have been I go to the cinema, or I went to the cinema, fui al cine. Okay, so that's just another little quick game you can do with your flashcards. I'm going to leave that there. In the next video, we're going to look at how we can do some translation challenges using the flashcards. Adios.